Hey citizens, thanks for stopping by. In today's video presentation, we're going to take it up close and personal of this 2020 Honda Mobilio. This particular trim that is going to be featured in today's video is a 1.5e that is mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox. And for today's video, I'm going to take this Honda Mobilio E for a full walk-around review, showing you the most interesting features from the interior as well as the exterior. So what are you waiting for? Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy of this review.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
A big thanks and shout out to Honda Cars Iloilo for allowing me to review their brand new units. For more information, see the description box below. So, here's the key. Let's go ahead and get started. Five-speed manual gearbox. The Honda Mobilio gets a rack and pinion power steering system with electric assistance. Standard for the 1.5e variant is a 3-spoke polyurethane steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2. On a 1.5-liter naturally aspirated gasoline engine, there is a choice of transmission that you can choose from, whether it is a 5-speed manual or a CVT. For the E variant, this one is featured with a 5-speed manual gearbox. To engage reverse, just push the gear shifter all the way to the right and backward. All variants of the Honda Mobilio get a one-engine choice, and that is the Honda's L15Z1 1.5-liter engine. This engine features a single overhead cam 16 valves and naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder gasoline engine with chain drive, programmed fuel injection, and i-VTEC technology. Power delivery takes 118 horsepower at 6,600 RPM, while torque delivery takes 145 Newton meters at 4,600 RPM. Fuel tank size takes 42 liters of gasoline fuel with compliance of Euro 4. A 5-speed manual or a CVT gearbox is the transmission choice for this engine, and the drivetrain of the Mobilio is a front-wheel drive vehicle. The Mobilio nameplate has been around for 2 generations so far. It first came out as a 5-door minivan that was sold in Japan between 2001 and 2008 before it was replaced by the freed successor. After 6 years of hiatus, the Mobilio is back on the line in 2014 as a mini MPV that lines on Toyota's Avanza, Nissan's Grand Livina, Suzuki's Ertiga, and Chevrolet's Spin. The Mobilio was a stretched-out version of the Honda Brio small hatchback which accommodates 7 seats for every family. How does the Mobilio compare to its rivals like the Toyota Avanza or the Suzuki Ertiga when it comes to its overall aspects? That's all we need to find out. In terms of its appearance, the Mobilio is quite small to fit all the family in. However, as you step inside the cabin of the Mobilio, you'll be surprised how ample the room that the mini MPV gets. Onto the exterior, you might have noticed that the Mobilio's exterior design is off on a weirder side. Honestly, the exterior design of the car is sporty, suave, and sexy rather than the competition, but for some, it looks weird as they say. Well, people have their own opinion on how they interpret the car's exterior. Going back to its appearance, the Avanza and the Ertiga are bigger than the Mobilio. Wait! Don't judge these cars by their size. From its dimensions, the Mobilio is wider than the Avanza on its length and width, while the Ertiga is the widest MPV of all. However, in terms of its height, the Mobilio is the shortest among the two. If you're not satisfied with the Mobilio's height dimension, then the BRV is the better choice. What we have here on this video is the low-end 1.5e variant of the Mobilio. Interestingly, the Mobilio 1.5e base model is the only low-end variant MPV that has a keyless entry and higher power and torque engine output compared to the Toyota Avanza 1.3J and the Suzuki Ertiga 1.5GA. So far, Honda has a great advantage when it comes to its engine and advanced technology, giving a good impression to the consumers. When it comes to its price range, the Mobilio is the most expensive among the two, with a starting price of 895,000 Philippine pesos for the base 1.5e variant, following with the Avanza 1.3J, which cost 743,000 pesos, and the Ertiga 1.5GA Black Edition, which is the most affordable out of the three, that cost 738,000 pesos. Therefore, if you opt for a low-end MPV with advanced technology, better engine output, spacious cabin, and affordable 7-seater car, if you can't afford the BRV or the CRV, the Mobilio is one of your biggest choices when it comes to a vehicle with 7 seats to load your family in. Let's be fair, both three MPVs are relatively the best choices for every Filipino family who wanted an affordable 7-seater MPV. The facelift Honda Mobilio was landed in the Philippine shores way back in July 2017. The variants are 1.5e manual, 1.5V CVT, and 1.5 RS Navi CVT. Exterior elements of the Honda Mobilio 1.5e are equipped with multi-reflector halogen headlights, LED position lights, bulb-type rear lights, LED high-mount stop light, chrome front grille, front intermittent wipers, rear standard wiper, indicators on the front fenders, black accented side mirrors and door handles, micro-type antenna, and spare tire mounted under the rear of the car. In terms of safety, the Mobilio 1.5e gets 2 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, Honda's G-Con body structure, ELR seatbelts in all rows of the seats, child safety lock, speed sensing door locks, ISOFIX child seats and tether anchors for the middle row seats, keyless entry, and alarm system with immobilizer. 15-inch steel rims with hubcaps are the shoes for the Mobilio 1.5e with the tires measuring of 185/65 R15. The front gets ventilated disc brakes while the rear gets drum brakes. Suspension-wise, McPherson struts and coil springs with stabilizer are applied to the front wheels, while torsion beam axle and coil springs are applied to the rear wheels. Speaker down there, bottle holder, storage, mirror controls, central locking, window lock, window controls. All 4 windows in this car are fully powered, while the driver's side window gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Your little cubby hole, a lever to pop up your bonnet, a lever right here, pop up your fuel door,
The driver's seat of this Honda Mobilio gets a fully manual adjustments. Seat back and your seat sliding position down here. Your Mobilio floor mats. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the inside features. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. This area right here, you can use it as your cup holder, bottle holder, or storage. It depends on your preference. Your hand operated parking brake, 2 cup holders, more storage, a 12-volt power outlet that has a maximum power of 180 watts of power, more storage right here. Got your digitally controlled standard climate control system. With all of your controls located right here, it is quite simple to use. Fan speed to the left, temperature to the right, on and off button, your rear defrost, different modes, max cooling, and air conditioning button right here. You also have recirculation, outside air.
The 2020 Honda Mobilio 1.5e gets a 1DIN multimedia head unit with USB and auxiliary integration and 2 speakers for the sound system.
I tested the sound system of the Honda Mobilio. When I checked it out, the sound system of the Honda Mobilio works fairly fine. It is a very simple head unit to use. Up here you got your source button that doubles up as your on and off button, your audio, search, go back, seek track, display. You have your 6 customizable stations. You have your repeat shuffle. You have play and pause, CD player right here, your eject button, volume and power knob. Sorry, your volume knob, and if you push this button right here, it goes to your different media settings, band, seek, and at the right side, you have your USB and auxiliary integration. Down below, you have more storage right here. Hazard switch that I showed you earlier on. 2 air con vents. Use this button right here to go through your different trip settings. There are no controls in the steering wheel, but behind it, on the left side, you got your your light indicator controls and your wiper controls. The steering wheel on this car gets a manual tilt only, adjusting using this lever right here. Central locking. You have grip handle on the ceiling for the driver's side, together with your sun visor for the driver's side. Interior lights and a manual dimming rear view mirror. The front passenger side sun visor does get a vanity mirror, a grip handle located at the ceiling for the front passenger side. You also have a little cubby right here. What a nicely decent size amount of glove box. You have your owner's manual, your quick start guide on your Kenwood audio system with your remote control. All right. So that's it for this one. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of our review. Bottle holder, storage, window control. To gain access on the last row seat, use this lever right here, pull it, and the middle row seat folds and tumbles in one mechanism. It moves forward so that you can access at the last row. More on that later on, but for now, let's hop in at the middle row seat of the Honda Mobilio. I do set the driver's seat in a position that I feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'9", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is a room to stretch out my feet underneath at the driver's seat. As for leg room, slightly more than this. While I have this much in terms of headroom, well, in terms of space of the Honda Mobilio with this kind of size, expect that it is not so spacious back here. But I found out that the Honda Mobilio is perfectly spacious. As you can see, there are no worries. But in terms of comfortness, because this is a base model, you have nicely padded fabric seats, which gives you a nice comfortable ride on it. And although the bolstering here at the back is not so good at all, but the front seats has a very good support. While at the back you don't expect the supportive comfort. You know what? You don't have to worry about the space and the comfortness, because even this is the base model, you expect a lot of basics. So therefore, the back seat right here is not so bad at all, although it's good. You have storage pocket on the front passenger side seat back, while on the driver's side doesn't have. Mentioned earlier, you have a area right here. You can store your things. You can store your bottle or your cup. It depends what you're using at it. You have 3 aircon vents with a 3 setting mode fan speed. You also have grip handles on the ceiling for both sides at the rear. And now, let's hop in at the last row seat of the Honda Mobilio. So the middle row seat of the Honda Mobilio is set on a normal position. So I have a little room to stretch out my feet underneath at the driver's seat. Sorry, middle row seat. Legroom. And headroom. I might say that the last row seat of the Honda Mobilio fits perfectly well as a 5'9" intern, but much higher than my height. Maybe it's a big problem on that. Well, aside from that, if you're asking me if the small individual or a children will sit inside here at the last row seat of the Honda Mobilio, yes, it will do, because look at the space. It's pretty bonkers. And in terms of comfortness, as I said before, you have fabric seats, which gives you a nice support. Overall, at the last row seat of the Honda Mobilio, I would say manami siya. Nga ang space, why na problema sa mga bata kagang small individual. On both sides, you do have cup holder and a little cubby right here, and also a speaker. As you can see right here, you have cabin light right above. Unfortunately, you don't have grip handles at the ceiling for the last row. Adjustable headrests in all 3 rows of the seats. You can recline your seat by using this lever right here. Yeah. You can able to move the middle row seat forward or backward to increase or decrease more space. It depends what the space that you want. So if you move forward, you have minimal space on the middle row, while the last row you have a generous amount of space. But if you move backward, it's set on a normal position. Therefore, you have a maximum space at the middle row. You have minimal space on the last row. The doors open quite wide in an almost like 90-degree angle, which provides you easy entrance and exit. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the hatch itself and locate the lever underneath at the Honda badge.
Boot space of the Honda Mobilio measures 223 liters when all the rear seats are upright. Fold down the third row seats, creating 470 liters and 521 liters when the third row seats are tumbled. 1,164 liters is the total measurement when all the rear seats are folded down. A toolkit and jack are found at the hidden storage, which is located on the right side of the boot.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this full walk-around review of the 2020 Honda Mobilio 1.5e that is mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox. If you like this video, make sure you hit thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell button to get notified for my latest updates. And don't forget, follow all of my social media platforms. As always, I'll see you next time for more latest videos on YouTube. Thank you for watching and mabuhay!